Today on the channel, we build the Mindless One Build-A-Figure, and we rank the entire Marvel Knights wave from my least favorite to my favorite.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure review and set rankings. And today, we're talking the Marvel Knights, Marvel Legends, Mindless One Build-A-Figure. But for all your Mindless One Build-A-Figure needs and Marvel Legends needs and everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. And of course, like we usually do in these Build-A-Figure reviews and set rankings, we're going to start with the Build-A-Figure, the Mindless One. After we're done with this, we're moving on to ranking the entire wave, including the Build-A-Figure, from my least favorite to my favorite. So make sure you get your list together. Make sure you put it in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's dive into the Mindless One, and let's start with the accessories first here. We got two Fists of Mindless Fury going on right here, looking really, really nice. Looking very Cole-like is what it reminds me of. Almost looks like a black version of the Thing, of course, from the Fantastic Four fame, but two big fisticuffs going on right here. And then we do get this little eye effect piece, is what we're going to call it, which is pretty cool, as well as the Mindless One is a Build-A-Figure. That is a little bit of a challenge in itself, though, because Build-A-Figure is not easy. You got to buy the entire wave to build the figure at the end of the day. And if you want an army of 3 or 4 of these, it could cost you an arm and a leg. Yes, both. Or maybe down the road, maybe once these get out a little bit more, you just buy the Build-A-Figure by itself, but still going to be a pricey proposition out there. Would be nice, and I wouldn't be shocked to see 2-3 years, what is time from now, that we could possibly see this like as a standalone deluxe figure or whatever. Then you can get your army building going after that. But as of right now, Build-A-Figure, which is a challenge, of course, to collectors that want multiples of these. There's no doubt about it. But let's dive into this one. Let's take a look at the articulation, take a look at the Mindless One. And the Mindless One looking like a Mindless One, really, at the end of the day. A big chunk of black plastic with a little bit of a red visor is what it looks like here. He did go together fairly easy. Some trouble with the arms at first, but they eventually will lock into place. And the head had to push pretty hard in there, but it did get there. But a big hunk of plastic, really kind of reminds me of the Thing, once again, a little bit here. But looking pretty good, no doubt about it. Very rock-like, molten lava. It looks kind of like a volcano erupted, and this was kind of the remnants of a volcano is almost what it looks like here. But starting in at the head, big, just a clump of circular head going on. But the red visor, the only color outside of black on this one, definitely does kind of shine bright through. And this being an army builder, you have multiples of these. You have one looking like this. You have one with kind of the effect piece over the eyes. I think that is kind of the way to go to market here. And it just plugs right on the top. Kind of looks like it's smoking out of there. A pretty cool look, really, at the end of the day. That red really is striking, that translucent plastic against the black of the figure. A really nice Build-A-Figure. And of course, we're nearing the end of 2023. We will be doing a top 5 Build-A-Figure figures from Marvel Legends countdown on the channel here towards the end of the year with all the other countdown videos. So stay tuned to that. It'll be interesting to see where he nets out. If he makes the top 5 this year, we'll have to see what happens. But I do like this. I think I like it more with the effect piece. Just a little bit more personality with that one right there. But very molten, lava, rock-like body throughout, all black color. And there you go. You move the leg, bam, pops right off. So, of course, like a lot of Build-A-Figures, you got to make sure you got them really tight, twisting and turning, all that kind of fun stuff. But perfect time to walk through the articulation here. Arms do go all the way around. Bicep cut, single jointed elbow. You do get the side to side at the elbow. Hands all the way around, up and down. Of course, hands are movable. Another thing, if you're having multiples of these, you put one with 2 fists, one with 2 open hands, one with mixed match hands. Make them as different as you possibly can, because at the end of the day, they're going to be very, very similar. You get the hula hoop at the top, a lot of movement out of that hula hoop. He does got the legs. Once again, legs kind of pop off fairly easy, but they go on really easy. But you do get a little bit of movement there. You do get a little thigh cut. Single jointed knees, back and forth. Obviously, this isn't Spider-Man at the end of the day. You do get a little back and forth on the ankles, a little bit of up and down. Not a ton of movement out of him. However, he does stand up very easily. There's no need for a stand, anything like that. He's got a big base on him, no issues with that. But a good-looking Build-A-Figure. Wouldn't be on my top 5 most wanted Build-A-Figures, and the Mindless one I've heard of. I don't have a deep history with these. I think Doctor Strange has fought these, kind of in that realm. But cool, it's one of those ones you don't know you need it until it comes out, is kind of how I feel about it. But a good-looking figure for what it is. Would love to have 3 of these guys all together. Not sure if that's in the cards right now, but we'll see maybe in the future. So there it is, the Marvel Knights Build-A-Figure Mindless one. Now we got to turn our attention to the set rankings. Let's do it, but remember, make sure you put your list in the comments down below. All right, it's time to rank the Marvel Knights wave. Once again, make sure you put your list in the comments down below, and you got to do it in order. That's the hard part. That is the fun part. But we got 8 figures here today. Holy cow, 8 figures. So where do we start at number 8? This is a tough set, and a lot of these sets are pretty tough. There's a lot of people that are right in the middle, and it could really go either way. And of course, once you sit with these figures for a while, a year from now, I'm sure this list will change back and forth. That's usually how it goes. But number 8, I guess the one I was least excited for was Iron Man, and he kind of stayed that way. Just kind of felt like Iron Man paint by numbers with a little different color scheme. That's what it kind of felt like here. Not a terrible figure. I would dare I say a little bit better than I expected it to be, but still probably the one I was least excited for, and it looks like it'll stay that way. So Iron Man from the Gamerverse going to come in at number 8 for me. Who's going to be number 7 though? That's a tough one here. I don't know. I guess number 7, I'm going Lady Bullseye. And there's, once again, nothing really wrong with this one. I like the updated articulation. I like the special hands. I like all the weapon effects with her. I just don't have a history with Lady Bullseye. And it is black and white. It is very striking in that manner, but it is still very, very plain Jane. And I obviously feel I like regular Bullseye more than Lady Bullseye. And I guess that's just for how I grew up and what I've been around. So Lady Bullseye, she's going to come in at number 7. Now we go to number 6. Man, these are getting difficult here. You know, number 6, I'm going to go to Daredevil. And once again, I like the looks of this Daredevil. I kind of like what it represents. I like Daredevil, but just not my Daredevil, not the classic Daredevil I think of, but still a good figure. Very plain Jane, no accessories really with this one. A couple of weapons, no extra hands, no Build-A-Figure, anything like that. Just kind of is what it is, but I do like that it matches that Elektra that we got a couple series ago, so there is some use out of this one. There's no doubt about that in my collection and probably yours as well. But as far as it goes, he's going to be number 6 for me. And the hits keep on coming. Where are we going next? I think we're going to number 5. That's for sure. That makes sense. We're counting. I'm going to go Blade at number 5. I don't mind this Blade. It just didn't bowl me over, I guess, at the end of the day. I don't know. It's good. It fits a hole in my collection. I'm here for it, but I'm not the biggest Blade fan in the world either, so he's going to come in at number 5. But, man, how about that flat top on him, though? Captain Planet, oh, he's blushing. He's like, that's a flat top. There you go. So that's 5. Now we got the final 4. Down to the final 4. Can you believe that? Where am I going here? Where am I going on this final 4? It's tough. It's tough. Clea is where I'm thinking about at number 4. But, man, those Dio hands rocking the nation out there, standing up and shouting. She's a young holy diver is what she is. I guess I'm going to go with her at number 4 just because I don't have a history with her either. But boy, I do like the color combination on her. It looks really good. The Dio hands, obviously huge. But I also like the color of the hair, and I like the face sculpt on this one. A very good figure. I would say this is the sleeper of the set. I really did think this would probably be my least favorite. She'd moved a heck of a far way up the lineup here compared to where I thought she would be in my early guesses on the rankings of this set. So Clea number 4. We're down to the final 3. Can you believe it? The final 3. Luke Cage, you're going in at number 3. Unfortunately, that eyesore there of his skin showing through, that took him down maybe 1 notch, maybe even 2 notches. Who knows? We'll never know at this point. But still good to get this as a classic Luke Cage. We've needed this for a heck of a long time. I am here for this. I'm here for this all day long and twice on Sunday. So he's coming in at number 3 as Power Man. Luke Cage down to the final 2. And I guess I'm going to go Mindless 1 at number 1, and we're going to go the Fist Ninja at number 2. I mean, it's tough to beat a Build-A-Figure. It's almost unfair in some ways here because he is such a big dude, and Just looks very cool, very intimidating, very cool look on this one. And a lot of times the Build-A-Figures are number one. So if you want to throw the Build-A-Figure out, I guess the Fist Ninja is number one. But for me, I'm including it. He's going to be number one right here. Just a cool chunk of big, heavy-duty plastic. You know me, I'm a sucker for a big figure. But the Fist Ninja, man, oh man, he came to fight. And Marvel Legends team was not messing around. They made a good hooded skeleton. There's no doubt about it right here. Looks really good, looks very menacing. And of course, it is an army builder. And getting two different heads there, oh boy, we got to get multiples so we can do multiples of each head is what we're going to need to do. But I do like this one, like all the weapons, like the color scheme, like what it represents as well. Just a very, very good figure. And overall, this whole line, really not bad. I mean, it's a pretty good line. It's the return to form for Marvel Legends, of course, with the plastic packaging. That's a big win here, a big plus for us. Some deep cut characters, some major players, and some characters we've really needed, like a Luke Cage and a Blade back in the lineups here. And a fun Build-A-Figure I didn't know I needed until it came here today. So not a bad lineup if you ask me. Once again, this is a fan channel exclusive wave, so we're not going to find this at Walmart, Target stores. So you're going to have to go online to get this if you are looking for this set, which is probably going to make it a little harder to find. I'm guessing if Walmart and Target aren't involved, you're not going to see the quantities of these that we see regular Marvel Legends. That's just a true fact right there. So if you want these, you might not want to play as long of a game as we've seen with some of the other Marvel Legends over the years. And this can be a little extra difficult to army build this Mindless one as well. But we'll see. You never know what a clearance event of a lifetime may bring. Maybe there'll be some hot Christmas sales, some hot Christmas clearances. We'll see what ends up happening here. But the Marvel Knights wave, pretty good. Better than expected is what I'm going to call it on this one. And that's always a good day at the old table right here. So there it is, Marvel Knights. What are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you rank this set, put them in order. That's the hard part, but that is the fun part. And let me know your thoughts. Once again, don't forget to like this video. Always helps the channel when you thumbs up the videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and the other YouTube channel. 2 YouTube channels going on. Make sure you subscribe to them. And then, of course, don't forget about the Patreon for early access to both channels' videos. And your best way to support the channel at the end of the day is the Patreon. You know, support channel ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, pick up a t-shirt, all kinds of stuff going on over there. And then social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for the Marvel Knights wave, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.